Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Friday, August 21st, 2026. Let's take a look at the chart. Start with the big picture. It was over a month ago that we settled below this significant, roughly 18-month channel bottom, trend-defining support, contained last April's low. We got a nice bounce out of it. And as long as we were holding above it, I was expecting higher trade into later year, but we closed below it, and that has shifted our focus to more on the defensive, actually, and I guess that's a kind way of putting it. Bearish is another way to say it. Holding below 380.39, expecting by the end of the year, I think is still realistic, 228.05. On the way down, we gave healthy respect, and still do, to this descending channel bottom and full wave count support in the 291.81 to 294.08 area. We'd mentioned that that was a near-term objective following the settlement below the 380.39 formation, and that is an area for a 3 to 5 week swing trader to reverse and go long. And in fact, there is the very real possibility that we will reach the low 380s over the next 1 to 3 weeks, probably more like 2 to 3 weeks. This following this week's, and that is Wednesdays and Thursdays by a hair, settlement above this channel bottom at 344.45. Now, we've reduced 344.45 to just a minor point. And I'm gonna try to keep it simple here. But in terms of if you are long now, whether that's because of the settlement a couple of days ago above 344.45 or for whatever reason, I see a good reason to stay long so long as we're above this very simple horizontal channel bottom at 331.48. And I do think over the next couple of weeks we can push onward and upward into the low 380s. But if we close below 331.48, that is an indication of a good August high, and I would expect the market to fall within 2 or 3 weeks back into the low 290s. We do still have this rising, that's the wrong chart, this rising channel bottom. I don't know if we label it or not. Evidently, we don't today. 341.51. This is the rising channel bottom that has roughly contained selling pressures for the last 3 days, and it can contain selling pressures perhaps for the entire day. If we break or open today below 341.51, 331.48 is in reach, where one can buy the market as a day trade, also as a 3 to 5 day swing trade, and over the next 2 to 3 weeks, because once again, holding above 331.48 does not diminish or reverse bullish momentum that is played out from the low that was put out in later August. So we've got a 3-week rally on our hand right now, the momentum of which remains intact above 331.48, and we should see 331.48 today if we break or open below 341.51. Until then, we can continue higher, and in fact, we do have upper resistance for the day itself. I don't know if we'll see it or not at, there we go, 363.31. So yes, holding above this 341.51 does allow, I'll use that word very deliberately because that would be a significant rally today, but it does allow 363.31 today. I think it's more like 2 to 3 days from now, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, that we could reach this rising channel top. It can contain daily buying pressures, and you can see very simply that if we were to close above this structure, what I consider to be a 2 to 3 week objective now at 380.39 would be reached within a matter of days, 2 to 3 days, 3 to 5 days at the most. 380.39, significant overhead resistance, very sellable resistance that may contain buying through the rest of the year, and as I say, below which, over the next 3 to 5 months, the upper 220s in reach. It's irrelevant right now, but it becomes increasingly so as we approach the low 380s. We also have a descending channel top at 418.52. These two converge entirely over the next couple of months, and as we continue into September trade, it will become a range of resistance, sellable range of resistance that can contain buying through the rest of the year. And I've been mentioning how long-term, through the rest of the year and into the first quarter of next, I see two reasons, or two areas, I should say, to buy this market long term. One is our 3 to 5 month downside objective at 228.05, and the other is on strength with a settlement above 418.52, and that's not going to happen anytime soon. So, once again, Let me go back to this chart. Bullish momentum remains intact over the next 2 to 3 weeks above 331.48. If you're long, stay long above 331.48. And I'm really talking to 1 to 2 week, 2 to 3 week swing traders. Now, I don't know if this would violate your risk management principles and what you've outlined for yourself, and I don't want you to violate those just because, I say that I don't really have a sell signal unless we close below 331.48. And if that means lowering your stop on a long position below 331.48, and if that violates your normal risk management strategy, then my suggestion is either lighten up on your position so that you can endure that and still not violate those rules. But that's entirely up to you, of course. But if we do close below 331.48 today, we have a good August high over the next 2 to 3 weeks, likely to fall back once again into this low to mid 290s, where we could bottom out by that point in time, quite possibly into September trade and round up again. But overall, I do think 228.05 remains in reach. And if over the next few weeks we close below 291.81, we're probably just another couple of months away from reaching 228.05, which is essentially the beginning of a very long zone of support, long-term support zone down to 187.66 that could contain selling through 2027. But, there's no point in spending a lot of time on that because it's so far off the market. It's ridiculous. Please click like, share, subscribe. We put out 2 stock picks this week. And we also have daily NVIDIA, SPY, and Triple Q analysis for you to check out. So check out wickedstocks.com. Take advantage of our 2-week, no obligation, free trial. I'll be back, obviously, Sunday afternoon with Monday's Tesla, and you have a great day.
If you're finding value in this analysis, it's only a glimpse of what we offer. Your real trading edge starts at wickedstocks.com. Each week, premium members receive 2 high-probability stock picks. Each one comes with a complete trade plan, including exact entry, profit target, stop loss, and regular updates so you can manage the trade with confidence. You'll also get daily video analysis in the top traded markets, the SPY, the Triple Q, and NVIDIA, highlighting the key price levels, trends, and trade setups we're focused on. Whether you're day trading or swing trading, these insights help you zero in on the highest quality opportunities with clarity. Start your 2-week free trial and trade with clarity from day one.